Welcome to the fourth episode of the Gym Bro podcast, where we interview personal trainers, bodybuilders, and anyone knowledgeable in fitness. I'm Deanna, your host, and today I'll be interviewing Nayan. Nayan is a third-year health science student at the University of Ottawa. He has a passion for fitness, personal training, and bodybuilding. In addition, Nayan is actually a personal trainer at the Gym Bro Club. So, hi Nayan, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Thank you for asking. I'm really good too. Let's just start with how did you get into fitness? Like, what was your motivation? About your background and things like that in fitness.
So it basically all started in high school. Like as a kid, I always played soccer, and that's the only kind of sport I focused on and kind of like activity I did. And then later into high school, my friend kind of convinced me to join the gym that he was going to, and so I convinced my parents to sign me up for a membership, and I went and kind of experienced the gym for the first time. It was LA Fitness, to be exact.
Okay,
And it was like pretty like overwhelming at first, kind of walking into a huge commercial gym.
Yeah.
And you really don't know where to start and like what to do, kind of what to like muscle group to hit, or like I wasn't sure of my goals at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just kind of like fooling around,
playing around with everything,
as like kind of like high school kids would do in the gym. And like, so of course start off with the bench, kind of
the classics,
kind of see how like strong you are.
Yeah.
And then so then after that kind of we just went like once a week after school, did the same thing, kind of tried every equipment.
Once a week?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not too often. It was really just like time to hang out with friends.
No, literally, yeah.
Okay.
And plus, I didn't have any like form of transportation. Like it was really my parents.
So you were quite young then.
Yeah. It was like 16.
Like
okay. 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
So, like his mom or my mom would drop us off to the gym, and we just like, and then after the workout, we'd just be more excited to go to the swimming pool after.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Do they also have like a sauna there and everything?
Sauna,
that's
like, hot tub, and like like that was the more exciting part of it.
Yeah.
So, and then my mom was like, "Oh, do you really know like what you're doing in the gym?" And I'm like, like kind of like here and there, and like I kind of saw some things on TikTok and like what to do, and like so then my mom signed me up for a personal trainer.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where it kind of got more serious, and then the personal trainer I got assigned with, like he was like huge, like he was like.
Was
jacked.
it at the gym as well?
Yeah, it was at the gym. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And like he was jacked, and he was actually a bodybuilder, and that just like kind of motivated me instantly, just like looking at his physique and like what he's accomplished. And then I kind of like looked at myself and like, I kind of want to achieve that. Like,
yeah.
too. And then the way he trained me, it was just so like motivating, and like it was intense. And like, I found it difficult at first, but yeah, he really pushed me to the max, and like I could really see what I could do, and like my strength and abilities. So I kind of took what I learned from him and like did that
with
going forward. Yeah,
that's great. How often did you like have these lessons, I guess?
The lessons, they were like twice a week.
Twice a week? For how long?
For up until so I started in January of 2020, and then COVID hit in March. So
okay.
The gym shut down, so it was for 3 months.
3 months, yeah, but still.
Yeah.
That's like decent time, especially twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
Would you recommend LA Fitness as like first time gym goers?
Oh yeah, no, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite pricey, but like it's got all the extra things you want.
No,
it
does, yeah. But they're really like organized with their personal training, and the personal trainers there are like super friendly, and like, they train a lot of like teenagers too, and they're great with that, like teenagers and training them, and then like. I kind of lost track.
Well, we got to COVID, right?
Yeah, COVID, right? Yeah, COVID. Then COVID hit, and then everything just shut down. And then I kind of stopped working out, and that was the thing. What kind of COVID did?
Okay.
Kind of like a barrier I hit, and I just got lazy, and like there was no equipment at home to work out with. So it was just, and like we didn't know how long COVID would.
That's true.
last,
yeah.
Right. So everyone thought it was like 2 week what was it called? Quarantine.
Quarantine, yeah.
And then, so I thought it was just like a temporary thing. Then, okay, we'll go back to the gym in a month. But it just kept like going on.
Yeah. And 6 months later, you still haven't even gone. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was just every day just watching TV or like, you know, doing homework.
Yeah.
And then,
If you had known that it would be, you know, like approximately six months, do you think looking back now you would have maybe like did at home, like going for runs or like
no, for sure, yeah. Like that's kind of delayed the process. And then like 6 months in, or like when it got to summertime during quarantine, like things kind of started opening up again.
Yeah.
And so then I convinced my mom, like, oh, could I get like one pair of dumbbells just to work with at home? So we went to like a warehouse where they sold like gym equipment and weights, and I bought a 25 pound dumbbell, like pair of dumbbells. And so that's all I worked with at home, and like I did the regular like bicep curls, like tricep overhead press, chest
beginner
press,
pack,
just
for
beginner,
sure.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then at that time, like TikTok was popping off, and then there was a lot of gym influencers there at the time, and that's what kind of like I went off of and like learned different workout exercises and kind of like circuits. And I followed this one gym influencer on YouTube, and he had this like push-up routine that he did, and I did that like every day. And then it was just that push-up routine, and then dumbbells, and then cardio on a treadmill, or like I ran a lot outside. And that all started from just because like after quarantine, my physique was kind of like not really that. I didn't like it. Yeah.
You didn't plan to go back for a personal trainer?
We just didn't know the situation at the time, if like gyms were opening up or not.
Oh, they weren't open.
Yeah,
okay,
they weren't
at that
open.
point.
Yeah, so we
see.
had no idea if like when we would get back to personal training. So I was just really on my own. And then I just looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, no, I want to change this. You know, I want to get that physique that I want. So I started working every day, and like I started working out every day. And this was like during grade 11. So and then we started going back to school. It was like a hybrid, kind of online, like one day and like in school another.
Yeah.
And then when grade 12 hit, I kind of got like the physique I wanted, and like I started posting on Instagram, and everyone saw the results, and like, whoa, like, you know, everyone's just shocked. Like,
whoa, man, you did it.
Yeah, and then because like I was like a scrawny kid, like, you know, like
in
grade 9, 10, and then grade 12 comes, like I'm like,
especially since it was like all online, kind of. So you know, you got the glow up.
Yeah, exactly, the glow up. Yeah. And then that's kind of what motivated me into fitness, and I just kept it going because I loved the results, and I just wanted more, and I just kept growing, and like learning more about fitness, and started. And then finally the gyms opened up again, but we had to like wear the masks in the gym.
Yeah.
And then then I started taking it more seriously. Started benching, tracking my weights, tracking like how much I'm doing, and like just keeping track of my diet too. And then that's when I started implementing like my diet and focusing on my nutrition, because at the time when I was in high school, I didn't know nutrition was so important. Like, when it came to lifting, and
no one really thinks it is.
No, exactly, at the beginning,
especially at the beginning.
Like you can go to the gym as much as you want,
but at the end of the day, if you're eating like shit, then
you're not gonna see the results. So I started focusing on that, and just kept it going. And then university came around, and then during second year, then that's when I was like, well, I can actually sign up to get my personal training
your certificate.
And so then I did that. I got that over like 2 or 3 months.
It's all online, I'm guessing?
Yes,
okay, that's
online.
nice.
Yeah, you can do it in person or online, but I just chose to do it online because I was also on vacation at the time, and I did it during vacation. And
would you say the course itself is kind of like a lot to do? Or?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Like,
it's busy.
Since you're in health science as well. Like, it's a lot of like stuff we learned in health science too. Like,
okay, a lot of overlap.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
Yeah, like there's a lot of anatomy and physiology, and then nutrition and dietary stuff, and then just the new things were just learning new exercises and how to kind of interact with the clients and train them. And because like everyone's like very different, like not everyone's going to train the same.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to like the same exercises you do. And when I first started out personal training, that's what I kind of learned, like not everyone trains like I do.
Yeah.
And I'm giving them intense workouts and they're like dying after like the first like 3-4 sets. But yeah, then that's when I learned, you got to kind of tone it down a little bit because they're just beginners. So
would you say, do you learn a lot about nutrition in those personal training courses, or it's not really a focus?
Yeah, you kind of do. It's not a huge focus. You just learn like, how people put on more weight, through carbs, and just how to exercise in different ways.
Okay.
To lose that weight or gain muscle. Like we just learned about different ways of kind of exercising, like HIIT workouts, so high intensity interval training.
Okay.
And that's a great way to kind of work out and use your whole body, and like it's a great form of cardio and like strength training at the same time.
Endurance probably too. Yeah.
So it kind of hits it in like all in one kind of thing.
So how long have you been personal training for?
So now it's been about 2 years now.
Okay, yeah. And would you say, how often do you have a client? Like how does that work?
So when I joined LA Fitness in the summer, that was when I had the most clientele because I was working in the gym, and I had about like 25 to 30 clients.
Jeez. Yeah, so it's like full time almost?
Yeah, it was basically full time.
Okay, yeah.
And it just kept me busy during the summer, and I loved it. Like I enjoyed the job.
That's great that you got so many clients right off the bat. Yeah. Usually I feel like getting clientele is the biggest struggle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, and like, I was so glad about that because I first started off with only like 5 to 10 clients, and then it just gradually grew over a couple of weeks, and then it's just like a lot of clients like loved how I trained, and
that's awesome.
Like, what was it called? Like pass on like the word. Like,
I know. Like, I can't think of it.
I can't think of that saying. But and then I just trained different types of people, different type of body types, and I learned a lot on how to train those body types. Because it's really important when you're a trainer and you're training so many different people with so many different goals. You got to know so much about their specific nutrition and diet, because like not everyone eats the same things.
And especially like coming from different backgrounds and cultures.
So you really got to think about what they eat and their cultural foods. And but like what I recommended was an app called MyFitnessPal. And like I recommend that to like all my clients, and it's
the
like,
paid version.
No, you don't even need the paid version.
Okay,
if you want the paid version, you can get that. But even the free one, like it's great. Like I use it myself too. Just helps you keep track of your calories, and like it gives you like a survey in the beginning, like what your body goal weight is, your height, your weight, and then bases it off that, and then gives you how much calories you should be having in a day.
You would say that's pretty accurate?
I would say, it's pretty accurate. Not accurate like 100%.
Yeah, but approximately.
Like
it doesn't
90%,
really, it doesn't really account for like muscle mass, I would say, but it still is quite accurate.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But what I told like my clients is like mainly focus on your protein intake, because that's what's going to give you that big change in your like physique.
Yeah, build muscle that way.
Build muscle that way and kind of tone down or whatever the goal is. But the majority like people want it to do is like weight loss, and like weight loss is like I think a huge thing in the fitness industry. Like that's like a big thing that everyone wants.
For most people I would say it begins in weight loss, and then usually like then maybe some bodybuilding and then something more.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can gradually grow to different goals.
What would you say is like the biggest, not misconception, but biggest thing that new trainers come, or new clients come to you with, and they kind of struggle with, I would say, in the beginning?
Yeah, there's like actually multiple things I can think of. Like sleep schedule, like getting to the gym. A lot of like clients struggle with the motivation part of it. And
Okay,
like,
interesting.
yeah, getting to the gym, like let's say I give them, okay, you should be coming 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I see them during our session, they're like, I ask them like, okay, how many times did you come this week? And they're like, oh, I only got to come like once.
Yeah.
And it's like, I ask them why, and it's like, oh, it's the motivation. But like, I wouldn't say motivation is what drives you to your goal. I would say it's discipline.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Because, like, yeah, you're not going to have motivation. Some days you're going to come home from work or school, you're going to feel tired. But it's kind of the discipline that you got to push yourself to go to the gym and kind of,
Regardless of
regardless
kind
of anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I struggled with that too, and what kind of helped me was I kind of like pictured my goal in my head, like what I want,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of just
You envision it every day. You kind of
exactly, yeah.
yeah.
Have
Remind
like
yourself.
have like a mental like vision board,
Uh-huh.
and just focus on that and keep taking the steps to get there. But yeah, that's what I tell my clients, and yeah, it's just that motivation factor that kind of lacks in a lot of clients,
Mm-hmm.
and to get to the gym. But yeah, like
Nutrition isn't like too much of a struggle.
Yeah. So I
That
was getting
is.
to there. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
getting to
yeah,
that.
sorry.
Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, nutrition, because everyone like loves to eat. Like I'm a big foodie. You know, like,
Yeah. Of
so
course.
like I get it. Like, I understand, and I don't tell clients to like don't eat
What you like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You should always like still eat like the foods you want and not like restrict yourself completely.
Mm-hmm.
But just do it in a way where you're either reducing the intake, like they're reducing the amount of it, or just spreading it out through the week.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe like have one cheat day during the week or 2 cheat days,
Mm-hmm.
and just, or like one cheat meal during the day. So maybe you can have that food that you want every day, but just have it
Less
for
of it.
lunch. Yeah.
Right,
Or
okay.
less of it, or have it for lunch, or just for as a snack
Mm-hmm.
or something. And yeah, because I feel like when you take your favorite food out of your regimen,
It just
it's
ruins
yeah, it just
everything.
ruins,
Like,
yeah,
no
like,
motivation
I know
whatsoever.
exactly. Like I know I love to have like a midnight snack like all the
Yeah.
time, you know.
So that's like advice for someone trying to lose weight, but what would you
Mhm.
say is some advice for someone trying to gain weight that you would give?
Yeah, so to gain weight, like I struggled with that too, because I started off as a skinny kid,
Yeah.
and I was very a picky eater as well. What I would recommend for gaining weight is just kind of like high protein meals. So I know everyone like loves chicken or like fish or beef, like a lot of meats. Like meats are great to like put on weight.
Mm-hmm.
They're very like high dense protein meals. Carbs as well. Just kind of eating throughout the day. So like whenever you're hungry, just eat something. Like eat a snack or like a small snack, or have a big lunch or a big dinner. I'm a big breakfast guy, so like I make sure I have like a big breakfast in the morning.
Yeah.
Like
I've heard it's
yeah.
very, very important to have like a
Mhm.
really good
No, it is.
breakfast, start
Yeah.
the day off right. And
Yeah, it just really makes you feel better for the day,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a very nutritious like meal as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So what would you say is the most rewarding thing about like personal training, something that makes you want to come back and do it again?
I would say a pretty rewarding thing is just seeing my clients get to the results they want and like achieving them,
Okay.
and then just seeing them happy. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the one thing I loved about it, is seeing them happy makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
And it just reminded me of me when I was younger, when I saw those results, and I was like the happiest person in the world. I was like, yo,
This works.
This works. You know,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
work is paying off, and I know they're feeling that as well. And it just makes me want to keep going, and then they want to keep going with it too,
Mhm,
and they want to
mhm.
work together, and like we want to work together, and just keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. So how long on average do you have each client, would you say?
It depends on like the contract they sign up for.
Mhm.
With my own like online training business, I do either 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months.
Mhm.
So the client can choose how long they want to train for. a lot of clients sign up for 3 months just to test it out and test the waters and see how it is. And then at the end, like I have a client, she like loved her results when it got to like the end of the 3 months, and now she wants to continue like for another 3-6 months, like to get shape for the summer or something like that. But yeah, it depends on
the client. Yeah. But feel free to tell me more about your business. Like, do you offer kind of text message like every day kind of advice or questions, and how often in your plan do you meet up or things like that?
So in my kind of packages I have 3 different packages, and it's all based on pricing. So if you go a bit more expensive with it, I'm more kind of involved with you. Like you can text me, it'll be live sessions as well, so it'll be like weekly check-ins, like through FaceTime or Zoom. And then also we can, whenever you need, I can come into the gym, train you, teach you kind of new exercises or help you with whatever help you need with. And then I also send like weekly dietary plans, kind of like guidelines to follow, like on what to eat and like nutrition wise. And and then how I kind of send out the workouts is at the beginning of the week, like let's say like Sunday night, I send out the workout for the whole week. So let's say the client's going Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I post those workouts, and then they go to the gym, follow them. If they have any questions, they can call me, text me, ask me how to do the workout. And then what I kind of do is I make my own videos of the exercises and then send them out if they need help with it. And then it's kind of like what do you call it? Like a tutorial.
Like a guide,
video. Like a guide, on how to do the workouts. But it's basically sums up kind of how I kind of work.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah, the training.
So in terms of like your fitness goals in the future, do you plan to continue doing personal training? Is it kind of like a big side thing right now with school and stuff? Or
Yeah, like I would say it's my main side thing that I'm doing right now, besides school, because also like I do want to go to med school.
Yeah, of
as
course.
well. That isn't like a main goal, but then also like I do have a huge passion for fitness, and I did want to do something with that. So that's why I got into personal training, and just to kind of take it further, maybe in the future, I want to like grow my business mainly, and get more clientele on that. And then who knows, maybe if that kind of skyrockets and like succeeds by a lot, like maybe I can open up my own gym.
Yeah,
kind
of
of go
course.
that way, and like that would be a dream. Like
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Would you say, are you interested in like bodybuilding? Maybe starting some competitions?
Actually coming up, like I do want to compete this coming summer.
Okay, nice.
So I've kind of been training for that and preparing for that.
Tell me a little bit about how do you prepare, like what phase are you in, I guess, whatever.
Right now I'm kind of in like trying to put on more weight a little bit, like muscle mass. And so I'm kind of in that stage right now, and like eating is like a huge thing right now too. Really keeping track of my meals. I use like a certain app to do that. It's called Cal AI. Like AI is like crazy like now, like with tracking your like calories and stuff. And
okay.
Protein, yeah.
So would you recommend that over MyFitnessPal, like or
like if you're so with Cal AI, like you got to pay monthly. There's a monthly fee, but I would definitely recommend Cal AI. I've seen a lot of bodybuilders and gym influencers using it nowadays.
How does it work? Do you like just take a photo
and that's pretty much it. Yeah,
and it's accurate.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Like I think it was like 90 to 95% accurate, and
nice.
It takes out all like the calories in your meals, and tracks your protein, all your macros and all that. But yeah, that's what kind of use to keep track, and just going to the gym during school, like after school, and I'm just training for about like hour and a half to 2 hours. So yeah, that's another thing, like kind of balancing like exercise and working out with school.
Yeah.
Like,
how do you find that? Like it's challenging.
It is, yeah. Especially if you're in like a competitive program or like a hard program, like or you got a lot of like on your schedule throughout the week, it's hard to balance. What I kind of do during the week is if I got like a busy day or if I got midterms coming up or exams, I just go gym in the morning, get it over with.
And then you have the rest of the day
to do whatever work I need to do.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but otherwise, like I usually just go at the like in the night, and so I do all my work during the day, go to my classes, and then at the end of the day, it's kind of like a stress reliever.
Yeah,
like, going to the gym, just releasing all that stress.
And then you're tired for bed, and you sleep well.
Yeah. And then you're also hungry too after the gym, so you eat a nice big meal. And then, so I'm kind of looking forward to competing near the end of summer. So maybe I think in 3 months, I'm going to have to start cutting, kind of losing the weight, kind of losing the body fat, because you got to be super lean for those competitions.
What division would you be competing in?
So I'll be competing in the junior division. So specifically for men's physique, so that's kind of being judged on waist and above.
Okay, I see.
So you kind of wear swim trunks, and then you get fully tanned and all that.
Why wouldn't you be really judged on your bottom half, legs or anything?
So that's another division or
I see.
So that's called classic. So I think there's 3 divisions. So there's men's physique, and then there's classic, and then there's open. So men's physique is what I explained just now. Classic is your legs. So and the classic is kind of judged on your proportions and how kind of aesthetic or
Would you say that's more genetics?
Genetics, and you got to be very symmetrical, in all parts of your body and all that, and your conditioning's got to be really good. I would say for all the divisions, your cardio. So conditioning's how kind of lean you get, and how defined your muscles look on stage. So and then open is I don't know if you seen an open competition. It's kind of hard to explain.
No, I haven't.
The guys are very they're very big, they're very jacked and muscular, and it's still judged on some symmetry and kind of proportions and all that, but it's just a lot bigger guys. I think it's also the weight difference.
Okay, so would you say that it's just more aesthetics, I guess? Okay,
It depends on the division, the aesthetics and all that, but for the men's physique, it's just really the upper body, and you got to be really symmetrical, kind of have very dense muscle mass, and be very defined. But the main goal is you want to just be as shredded as possible.
As possible,
more lean. Lean. So it's a lot of.
Would this be your first time competing?
It'd be my first time.
Oh, okay, awesome.
So super excited for that, and then. I've always wanted to compete. I've seen bodybuilding growing up as a kid, and kind of look at them. I looked at them like they were Greek gods. It was crazy, but yeah.
What's your, just in general, because there has been, not really recently, but some misconceptions on creatine, I would say. What is your opinion on creatine?
Yeah, I heard a lot too about creatine. I know there's rumors and myths.
Yeah.
About creatine causes hair loss or stuff
kidney
that.
Problems,
kidney issues,
liver issues.
But actually creatine is actually one of the most studied supplements in the fitness industry, and I've even heard some doctors even recommend it to patients for other purposes, cardiovascular endurance and cardiovascular issues. It can better your cardiovascular system, respiratory, and it can just help with a lot of health problems. There's definitely already natural creatine in meats and steaks and stuff, so I guess you would just be increasing that amount. And I feel a lot of people don't know creatine's also produced naturally in our body too. So creatine is great for athletes, bodybuilders, powerlifters, anyone really, and it really makes a difference in the gym. I know I take creatine myself, specifically creatine monohydrate, and just taking 5 grams a day. You can take 5 grams, 10 grams, depending on how much kind of like you want to take. But yeah, like taking consistently, that's where you notice the difference, and you notice you're stronger in the gym, your endurance is better.
Your recovery is quicker
your
as
recovery's
well.
quicker, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I think it helps with your sleep schedule.
Would you say like you have to drink a lot more water?
Yeah, so that's the
with
main
it?
thing. So yeah, what creatine kind of does in the body is like increases your the water mass, or the water in your muscles, and kind of fills it up that way.
Yeah.
So it's like water weight, they say.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got to be drinking a lot of water. That's the main thing. And so which means you're gonna have to go into the bathroom a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of the downside of it. But yeah, like you got to be drinking at least like 2 liters, or like 1 to 2 liters a day.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, like creatine is a great sort of supplement to take. Like,
Yeah.
I would say it makes a great beneficial like difference in the gym.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about the Gym Bro personal training. Maybe how many clients have you trained? I know we just started in September, but just a little bit more about that, how it works.
Yeah. So yeah, I joined the Gym Bro because I saw it as an opportunity to kind of further my personal training, and also like I really wanted to join a club at UOttawa.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like,
This is
what
perfect
a
for you.
coincidence. I know, yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfect. Yeah. So yeah, I joined it, and I love the team who we work with, and everyone on the team. I started with 2 clients from the club, and they were great. Like we started off in, I think, this beginning of December.
Okay.
Yeah. And we trained for about 3 or 4 weeks. And yeah, so it was actually one of my first times training like students.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is there a big difference you would say?
Yeah, I'll say there's a big difference. Because when I was working at LA Fitness, it was more older clients, or like,
Okay.
yeah. So with students, I find the exercises, like, they can handle maybe a bit more intensity. Just kind of, yeah, the different ways.
So with the Gym Bro Club, how often do you meet up? Or do you?
Yeah, so we met up like once a week.
Okay, once a week. Yeah, at the UOttawa gym.
Yeah, at the UOttawa gym. Yeah,
Okay.
Mento, yeah.
Did you give them like a meal plan or like some general advice?
Yeah, just some general advice on their nutrition and diet, like to focus on protein and like all that I mentioned. And then we met up once a week, did the work. I introduced them to the gym because they were fairly new to the gym.
Okay.
So we kind of ran through some main compound movements, some of the machines in the gym, and then throughout the week I gave them workouts to work with throughout the week, and then whenever we met up, I just introduced them to more like newer exercises.
Would you say you kind of like lined up a workout split for them?
Yeah,
in a way? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then something that they could work with, and I always ask my clients at the end, like, oh, I hope you learned a lot. Like, you can use this in the future, and like to kind of work with, and yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your own like workout split. What do you do throughout the week?
Yeah, so mine's, I would say, it's pretty intense.
Okay.
What I do throughout the week, it's a 6-day split. So
not much break, yeah.
Yeah, not much break, yeah. But I mean, like, I love going to the gym, so I don't mind it. Like, so first day would start off with push. So it's just chest, triceps, and shoulders. And then the next day would be pull, so back and biceps. And then the third day would be legs.
So push, pull, legs.
Push, pull, legs.
Okay,
and
classic.
then a little switch up. So then with legs, I would do abs. And then the next day, I would do chest and back.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the day after that, I would do arms, so biceps, triceps, and shoulders. And then just, again, legs and abs.
So why is that better for you personally rather than push, pull, pull or whatever?
Yeah, push, pull, legs. Yeah, I know a lot of people do push, pull, legs. Like, that's great. I used to do that as well. But I just kind of found it repetitive, so I just wanted to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I did push, pull, legs, and then just chest and back. I found hitting chest and back together is kind of it's a very long workout and it takes a lot of energy to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I found it like pretty like energizing, and like I love the feeling of like the pump.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
of it, and like what like just after the workout, it felt amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then hitting arms alone is kind of nice too. I liked it that way, kind of isolating the muscle and hitting the bicep on its own, and the tricep, and then the shoulder.
So you're in the gym like at least an hour and a half each day?
Yeah, I would say hour and a half to 2 hours.
To 2
at
hours,
most.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think that makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then especially like Minto, like I know like it gets packed. Like,
Yeah, you have
all
to
the time.
wait
Yeah,
for
exactly.
everything. It
Yeah,
takes even
so that's
longer.
why I tend to go later in the night.
Where do you work out, only at Minto, or do you also go to like LA Fitness?
Here in Ottawa, I just go to Minto.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but back home, like I go to LA Fitness or
Mhm.
Good Life. But yeah, here it's Minto every day. Like I live near Minto, so it's not too.
It's convenient
It's
for
convenient,
you, yeah.
And yeah, so Minto, like I mostly go from 9 to 11 p.m.
Mhm.
And like I feel like around 9:30, that's when it kind of starts to empty out a little bit,
Mhm.
and then more of the machines are available, and like it's not too crowded.
Yeah. Would
And,
you say that our gym has all the equipment you kind of need, and it's like pretty decent?
Yeah, definitely. Like I feel like it has more than enough. Like
For
what
sure.
you need for sure. Like of course, like there are other fancier, more luxurious gyms out
Yeah.
there. But Minto, like, yeah, it's grown on me. Like, I was like, when I first got here, I was like,
oh my God,
yeah,
what
I
is
know.
this?
Yeah. Actually, the first gym was Mont Petit, actually, for me.
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause,
me
like,
too.
Yeah. And then Mont Petit wasn't bad either. Like, I feel
But
like
it's
it had,
so
like,
puny.
It
It's
is,
like,
yeah.
and it's a lot of cardio in there.
Mhm.
There's not much
Yeah.
weightlifting.
Yeah, it's less machines and less dumbbells.
Yeah.
And it's, not too much space. So, like, when it gets busy, it's, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So,
But, yeah.
just one more question. Like,
Mhm.
when you first meet a client, what's often the biggest mistake that you would say, or I guess you kind of mentioned like the motivation, but
Mhm. I would say just kind of helping them with their scheduling, because a lot of clients are like they have like full-time jobs, or they're going to school full-time.
Mhm.
So you kind of really just have to help them with their scheduling and kind of getting organized with fitting in the gym into their schedule, because that's what I feel like a lot of people run into, that problem where, oh no, I don't have time for the gym like today, and then it just keeps going, like that just keeps going on every day. Like, like you get
Yeah.
back from work and like you have to take care of the kids, or like you have to do your homework, or you have this much work to do, and then the gym just like kind of just leaves your
literally.
mind. Like it's not in your routine.
Not
So,
really a priority
yeah,
yet.
not priority. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, so I just kind of give them a structured like kind of schedule. Like I talk to them, okay, like what does your typical day look like?
Mhm.
And then we kind of work off that and try to fit in just a workout, because like what I give my clients is like all you really need is like 30 minutes in the gym
Mhm.
of straight working out, and if you can fit in 30 minutes, like you're good to go. And so we kind of look at the clients like day to day, what they like their typical day, and just try to fit it in, even if that's after work or before work, or maybe you have like a little break during work, or during school. You can go in the middle of the day or like end of night if
Yeah.
it's better for you. Like it's all depending on the person's scheduling, and I feel like that's like one of the biggest barriers that people run into. So
I feel like this sounds really like obvious, but
Mhm.
I really like how you're very personalized. Like I know
Yeah.
that's the whole point of a
Yeah,
personal
no,
trainer, but
yeah.
it's like you're really gearing it towards not only their schedule, what they kind of
Mhm.
eat, and also it's like what they like to do, how do they work out, what works for them. Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, and like I feel like that's something like a lot of personal trainers
Mhm.
lack, is focusing in on the person's
Yeah.
like daily personal life and implementing that into their
Yeah.
fitness goals.
Because
and their
at the end of the
fitness training,
day, it's like it's their schedule,
Yeah.
it's their gym
Exactly.
time. Like you want to make
Yeah.
sure that they'll be the most
Mhm.
successful they can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the guide like for them. Like,
Mhm.
you're the one guiding them on this journey to their goal. So, but
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
talk about your online coaching. Like, what is the website? Like, or your
Yeah.
Instagram?
Yeah, so the website, it's a complicated like website URL. Like it's not,
Okay.
but it's but like the name of my fitness business is Fit with Nayan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's yeah, I kind of just came up with that on the spot, and like
Yeah.
kind of sounds catchy a little bit. And then yeah, like so I have my website. It's available in my on my Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
in my bio, and clients or whoever can just go and access it there, and then they fill out a form, like a little questionnaire about themselves and their fitness journey and why they want to get into this, and just to see if they're a good fit, like for
Yeah.
me, and like if they're like a good clients. And then they sign up with me for however long, like contract, however long the contract they want,
Mm-hmm.
3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. And then we book in like a kind of like a consultation, and we go through that. Um, and then we start from there, yeah. And then I train I train all types of like body types, like, and for different goals. Like some people weight loss, strength training, bodybuilding. Like I can train all types.
Yeah.
And yeah, so right now I'm just currently trying to promote my like online business and like all my online training,
Well, here
like
you
through
are.
yeah, through
Perfect.
through this, through the club, through Instagram,
Yeah.
TikTok, and all like socials and all that. But yeah, I really want to put the word out there and like get out there a lot. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah,
Well, that's everything for today. Thank you so
uh,
much for coming
yeah,
today. I
of
had a
course.
lot of fun
Yeah, no, me as well. Like
chatting
yeah,
with you. But that's everything. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, and we'll also be posting all these episodes on Spotify and on YouTube. But the
yeah,
gym bro, until next time.
yes.